Well, in the US, the president has slammed efforts to impeach him ahead of a crucial vote in the Democrat-led House. He spoke a short time ago.
He took a perfect phone call that I had with the president of Ukraine, an absolutely perfect call. You know it, they all know it. Nothing was said wrong in that call. To impeach the president of the United States for that is a disgrace, and it's a mark in our country. And I'll tell you what, other presidents in the future, unless they do something about this, other presidents are going to have to live with this. And every time they do something that's a little bit unpopular, a little bit strong, even if they're 100% right, because I've done a great job. When you look at the kind of jobs we've created, when you look at the economy that we've created, when you look at rebuilding the military, taking care of the vets, you just take a look at what we've done with choice, veterans' choice, with accountability in the vets, with what we've done to protect our Second Amendment, and so many other things. Nobody's done as much as I've done in the first 3 years.
And the first crucial vote on impeachment in US House of Representatives takes place tomorrow. But the whole process could take months, causing massive political division in an election year and with no guarantee of success. Let's take a look back at how the impeachment process works.
And raise your right hand. I will begin by swearing you in.
After months of investigation.
The president wanted these two investigations, is that right?
Correct.
And that everybody knew it?
Correct.
Testimony and acrimony.
None of your fact witnesses were able to establish any evidence of bribery, treason, high crimes, or misdemeanors.
It all comes down to this, a vote in the House of Representatives on whether to impeach Donald Trump.
What's included are two very specific issues. One is abusing power by holding up duly authorized foreign aid to an ally of the United States. And the second one is basically contempt of Congress.
It started with a phone call between America's leader and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky.
That was a perfect call.
Perfect to him, impeachable to Democrats. They claim America's leader withheld aid to get a foreign power to investigate Joe Biden for his own political gain. They've also charged him with obstructing Congress, blocking witnesses and refusing to hand over documents.
How bad do you think it is what Donald Trump is accused of?
This is the worst impeachment that we have seen in American history. All the previous impeachments were just about things that happened inside the United States. This is the first one where the president is using their very broad powers in foreign policy for their own personal political benefit.
This inquiry has thrust career diplomats reluctantly into the spotlight.
Our Ukraine policy has been thrown into disarray, and shady interests the world over have learned how little it takes to remove an American ambassador who does not give them what they want.
But not a single Republican has said what the president did is impeachable.
We saw the call transcript, and there's no conditionality. There was never awareness on the part of the Ukraine that there was a delay in aid, and the Ukraine got the aid without opening the investigation that seems to be so troubling to Democrats.
It doesn't matter if the deal was consummated for it to be a problem. The problem is that the president tried. He tried to use his powers. He tried to withhold the aid to put this pressure on Zelensky.
We've been here before.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've burned everything I've got.
The Watergate Hotel embraces the legacy of Richard Nixon's impeachment. But this inquiry is different.
We've known really all the facts about the president's actions from the beginning. And so it really is a question of how threatening to democracy and to constitutional order is the president's behavior. And that makes it different.
The Democrat-controlled House will likely find against the president. But after Christmas, the Republican-controlled Senate will conduct a trial and very likely acquit him.
2020 is the year America decides the direction it wants to take, and the election is unlikely to be a referendum on Donald Trump's impeachment. The economy, healthcare and immigration seem to matter far more to people right now. Having said that, the president appears to view the investigation as a chance to rally rather than recover supporters.
Impeachment is a double-edged sword, rarely used and for good reason. It's designed as a check on power, but it nullifies the will of voters. For Democrats, it is indisputably a political risk.